Okay, class, so today we're going to be talking about finding character traits. It's part of your book club. So as you can see, I have something special in my bag today that I'm going to be discussing with y'all, and I want you to discuss among yourself what you think we're going to be doing today. So 2 seconds, go. What do you think is in my bag that we're going to be talking about? Okay, discuss. What do you think? What do you think we're going to be reading about today? Okay, quiet down. Let's start. Okay. So, today I'm going to be reading, we're going to be discussing character traits of this book called A Bad Case of Stripes by David Shannon. Raise your hand if you've heard about this book. Okay, awesome. Yes, Carter?
I love that book.
You love that book? Awesome. Awesome. So, today we're going to be discussing the main character, Camilla Cream, and we're going to discuss what her character trait is. And I'm going to be reading some parts of the book that connect to her character trait. So, her character trait in this book is she's sensitive. So, I'm going to be reading some parts of the book that connects to what her character trait is. So, we're going to start with this page. So, when you're trying to connect character traits, we want to always think about what the character says, the main character, and what they do. So, in this case, we're first going to be discussing what she said, and since her character trait is being sensitive, we're going to connect the evidence that we found to that. So, her mother ran into the room and she screamed too. "Oh my heavens," she cried, "you're completely covered in stripes." This was certainly true. Camilla was striped from head to toe. She looked like a rainbow. Miss Cream felt Camilla's forehead. "Do you feel all right?" she asked. "I feel fine," Camilla answered. "But just look at me." "You get back in this bed this instant," her mother ordered. "You're not going to school today." Camilla was relieved. She did not want to miss the first day of school, but she was afraid of what other kids would say, and she had no idea what to wear with those crazy stripes. So, in this case, this is what she said. So from what she said, she feels very sensitive because she has the stripes all over her body, and she doesn't know how kids are going to react to her stripes, and she doesn't know what to wear to school since she has stripes all over her body. So in this case, the evidence that we have, that the reason why she's sensitive is because she has stripes all over her body, and she doesn't know how her classmates are going to react to it. So the next part is we're going to connect evidence to her being sensitive with what she did. So, I'm going to go to the next, okay? So, the next day was a disaster. Everyone at school laughed at Camilla. They called her Camilla Crayon and the Night of the Living Lollipop. She tried her best to act as if everything were normal, but when the class said the Pledge of Allegiance, her stripe turned red, white, and blue, and she broke out in stars. So, in this case, she feels sensitive because her classmates were calling her names from what she looks like, and she's feeling sensitive about it because she doesn't like getting made fun of. So, in this case, the reason why her trait is sensitive is because of her stripes. They're turning red, white, and blue while they're saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. And I'm going to show y'all one more. So another connection we can make from her trait, which is being sensitive, is the other kids thought this was great. One yelled out, "Let's see some purple polka dots." Sure enough, Camilla turned all purple polka dotty. Someone else shouted, "Checkerboard!" And a pattern of squares covered her skin. Soon everyone was calling out different shapes and colors, and poor Camilla was changing faster than you can change channels on a TV. So in this case, we can connect this evidence that we read to what she's been doing is She changed just all people are calling out different things, and she's just changing like crazy. And this is making her feel very sensitive because she doesn't know what's going on, and she feels like she's just being made fun of from what she looks like. So now I want y'all to discuss for a minute from what we've discussed. Why do you think she's feeling this way? Go ahead. We're not reading the whole book. I said parts of the book. Okay, so now what I want y'all to do today is, based off the fiction book y'all are reading, I want you to, based off the main character in your book, I want you to figure out what their trait is. Like in my book that I showed y'all, her character trait was sensitive, and I want y'all to connect some evidence to your character trait that you found from what your main character said and what they did. So now you can go back to your seats and get your book out, and we can start. I also would like y'all to bring out your reading folders or reading notebooks, please.
And don't you think you need to write up there
Yes.
the example? And don't they need to do guided practice before they do independent practice?
Yes.
Okay.
No, not yet.
So pause, everybody, take out your readers folder. But then Miss Darcy has a different set of directions to give you.
Okay. So before y'all do the independent work, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a fun game. I'm gonna put y'all in pairs, and y'all are going to be matching some character traits before we do the main activity. So I'm gonna be passing out some cards. And whoever you're sitting next to, that's gonna be your partner. If y'all are a group of 3, that's fine. I'm just gonna be passing these out real quick. Okay. Pass that to next pair. Once I hand out the cards to y'all, start bringing them out, spreading them out. We're gonna start the activity. Y'all too. No, it's yeah. Y'all are gonna be in pairs or groups of 3. So. Oh, y'all got some? Okay. Did you guys get some? Oh, you're here? Y'all get
Tristan.
Okay. Okay, so before we start, while y'all are spreading it out, I'm going to be discussing what dialogue and action is. So what y'all are going to be doing is y'all are going to be matching the scenario to the character trait. And in this case, if y'all don't know what a certain character trait means, I want you to look at the poster board, and it has all the definitions that I wrote to give y'all a better understanding so you can match it easier. And then we're going to be discussing what dialogue and action is, because you're going to be matching what if the scenario is a dialogue or if it's an action and they're doing something. Oh, you already have it? Okay. So, in this case, dialogue is when a character is saying something. So you can find that out in the scenario if the character is saying something. That's showing what they're doing. And then action is they're doing something. So in the scenario, I want you to match, based off the character trait, what they're doing. So from what they said, which is the dialogue, and what they do is the action. Yes, Matthew? Oh, did you? Oh, I have an extra so you can do yours. Here you go. Yeah, if you want, it's just up to you. Whatever your teacher says. Okay,
You
So I'm
are
gonna
the
be coming
teacher,
around
Darcy.
and you guys can start matching.
You are the teacher.
Oh,
It's
well,
whatever you say.
okay, go ahead, get in this group. No, just, okay, then just be right here. Or just do it independently, I gave you a thing. So now y'all start matching, what do you think? Oh, you'll finish, okay, let's see which, oh, let me get my answer. You gotta start matching. Okay, let me check yours real fast. I want your
That says C.
So first is the names of the characters, and then C is brothers, right?
It says C.
And then if you got them all right, you can put them back in the paper bag. Yes, good job.
Miss Darcy.
Yes, Candy.
Is Sean and
What was that?
Is Sean and
Where?
He's saying it's Sean.
It's Sean. Whatever you think. You can pronounce it how I Matching 3 categories. You got 100? I'm gonna give you Okay. I want your group to raise your hand when you're done. I'll bring the answer key around. Not done? Do your best. I can't help you on this. I can guide you. I can guide you. If you have a question, I can help you. Are you boys doing good? Got it? Oh, don't forget, you'll have to match each cap. There's 3 categories. You can match the cards. There's 3. So each scenario is going to have the character trait and if it's dialogue or action. So make sure to have both. So these are the character traits. This is action or dialogue. You're going to be matching both. And that also is matching the character trait. And then you can check grades. Yes. Are y'all done? Let me know when you're done. Okay. Give me 1 second. Do they have the answer? Give it to Cannon after. And I'm going to come over. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Did y'all make up the hunt? Okay, put them back in your plastic because we're also doing an independent activity. I want you to make that one. Okay. Are y'all doing yellow done? Okay. After they're being done with the answer key, I'll bring it around. Cannon, did y'all? Raise your hands when you're done so I can bring around the answer key. It's fine. You can change your answers if you need to. That's what the answer keys are for. But I'm going to move on to the next one. We don't have time, Cannon. I can bag. That is such a fun. When you're done, y'all are done. Okay, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up, and then put the plastic bag in your hand. Everyone else did. Okay.
Now we got it.
Nope.
You can't be looking sharp. We got all the
Got it? Awesome. You put them, you put the bag in the school. Here we go. Check your hands. And then I want you to open your Yes. Okay, awesome. Y'all did awesome. F is for fail. There you go. Check your answers quickly. Put the plastic baggies on the stool like everyone else, and we're going to move on in a couple of minutes to the independent activity. Raise your hands if you're done so I can bring around the answer key. Yep, you can move them around so they can in order. Good
It's still on video, Miss Darcy. It's still on video.
Yeah, because she's a teacher.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, she's still teaching.
Okay, Easton just said that.
Awesome. Who needs the answer key next? Here you go. Your answers. And then we have the answers. Are y'all done over here? No. Are y'all done over here? Yep. Okay, I'll bring the answer key to your group next. Make sure to put the plastic baggies on the stool, please.
What did we make?
I like how Miles is reading independently while he's waiting. Who else? So I can see he's doing a great job. What about your fiction book? The fiction book? We're going to that. Actually, put those back in the plastic baggies on the stool. Get Sin's group. Check your answers real quickly. Yes, please go to the restroom quickly. Yes. Please, what's your fiction book? Oh, you don't have your fiction book today? How are you supposed to do your independent practice? Go ask us.
You're the teacher.
You send those, did y'all make 100?
No. You're the boss of this class now. Miss Darcy.
Okay, put them back in the plastic bag. School.
Athletic.
Okay, everyone, now we're going to be doing the next activity. So, I want you to bring out your fiction books out and your reading folders, please. Okay, so. You guys ready? Ready? Okay. So now, independently on your own, I want y'all to do what we discussed. I want you to use the main character in your fiction book, find what their character trait is, and connect it with evidence from what they said, one quote from what they said, and from what they did. So, I'm going to be showing you some examples in my book that I discussed with y'all from what Camilla said that showed that she was sensitive and what she did to show that she was sensitive. Yes, John? Yeah, you just do the trait that you just read, like recently, not from the whole book, just a section of the book. And then find the section of the book, I want you to find what your main character said and what they did. Okay, then just do the section that you're in right now, not the whole book. Okay, now what I want y'all to do on a blank page, I like how Madison brought out her reading folder. Who else? Good job, Easton. Now, what I want y'all to do is, I want y'all in your reading folder, just like this, write the main character's name on top, and then right next to it, bullet point, what their character trait, and then underneath it, write evidence, and then bullet point what they said and what they did. And then underneath it, you can say, I want you to write one quote from what they said to back up to connect to what your character trait is and what they did to connect with your character trait. So label your piece of paper just like this. And I'm going to be writing down my evidence that I found to connect to the character trait. Yes, Colin? Yep, go ahead. Not right now. Go sit down, please. I want you to bring out your reading folder.
Yes, Brian Robeson. Brian Robeson. It's Brian.
This is quietly. I don't want any talking. No talking. This is independent practice. No talking. No talking. I'm going to use your ballot. Okay, label it just like this, please. Thank you. In your reading notebooks, like I discussed with everyone else. No talking. This is independent practice. Independent practice. This is a quiet activity. Why? Okay, just do your work. That has nothing to do with the lesson. Yes. No, Matthew, you cannot lay on the floor. This is at your desk activity. If you need, I like how Case, if you can't see, you can come up here real quickly and look at the board. So, good job, Case, for doing that. You can quietly, if you can't see the board on how we labeled it, you can come up here quickly and label how I want it. Yes, Albert?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, you wrote it? Oh, awesome. Let's see. Paraphrase, good idea. Is it okay if I should? So, real quick, guys, I like how Albert, he did his quickly by paraphrasing. Y'all can do that too
What does
if the quote is too
paraphrasing
long. Like, for example, in my book, my quote is really long. So I'm just going to be paraphrasing it. I'm going to be writing the main points of the evidence that connects to the character's trait.
What's a
So awesome job, Albert. You can read your book quietly when you're done. Close your folder, please. Yep, you put up your folder. And then I'm going to come around at the end. Okay? Make sure to label it. Label it. Thank you. Is that your character? Oh, don't copy this. You're only copying your character's name, what your character's trait is, and then evidence underneath, bullet points. Camilla Clean is what we discussed. I want you to write your character though. Don't write my character, write what your main character in your fiction book is. And then, like I showed with Albert's work, you can paraphrase the quote if it's too long for you to write. As long as you connect it to the evidence. Okay, yeah, sure. Go sit at your desk though, please. Thank you. If y'all have questions, raise your hand. Are you done? Well, this is my character, what she said. If your character's the guy, so for what they did is the action. So find a quote from like what they did in their book that connects to the character trait that you found. So underneath it, like I did, you just paraphrase it like Albert did. And this one? Okay, so from what they did, that's part of the little chart. So what I want you to do is, I want you to find an action from what they did that connects to the traits we found. Your main character.
I did it.
You did? Okay, let's see. Evidence, awesome. So yours was Brian, brave. Okay, awesome. Put your reading folders up and then just quietly, like Albert's doing, read your fiction book.
Can I read my nonfiction?
Yep. Give me 1 second. Okay, who was asking the question? Okay. What is Okay, so it's what I was explaining to Josiah. It's what your character, what action they did to connect to your trait. Just paraphrase it and write a quote from what they did, like we discussed with Camilla, that connects to your character trait. Once you're done, raise your hand. I'll come around and look at your work, and then you can put away your reading folders. And then we'll wrap up the lesson. For what? For your fiction, yeah, because it's a fiction book. What was that? Huh? Wait, you're reading that? Oh, yes. You gotta do the fiction book. You finished? Okay, let me look at it. Okay, so that's the evidence, and this is what they did. So they kind of, okay, awesome job. You can put it away and read quietly, please.
Oh, I'm done.
Raise your hand if you're done so I can look. Okay, you're done? So this is cool. Okay, so that's what you said. Awesome. Put up your reading folders. And then read quietly.
Am I done?
Raise your hand when you're done so I can come around and look at it. Right here. Gibson, why aren't you doing your work? Come on, buddy. Write evidence and then find a quote from what they said and what they did. Yes? You done? Okay, let's look at it. Where's the other part, what they did? You didn't do both. You're supposed to say what they said and what they did, your main characters. You wrote their character trait, but you didn't write the second part, so do the second part, please. John, are you done? Okay, let's look at it. Okay, awesome job. Put your reading folder away.
Miss, no one done.
Great, let's see. So that's what they did? That's the action they did? Okay. Okay, put away your reading folder and just read quietly, please. While everyone else finishes up. Are you done, Harper? You done? Okay, let's look at it. So they said, awesome. So Brian did me very good. You did awesome. Evan, okay, awesome. Put it up and read your book quietly while everyone else finishes up. Okay guys, while y'all are finishing up, I'm going to be coming around with a piece of paper. We're going to be closing out a lesson with a question or two. And I want you to write your names on the piece of paper as I come around. For those of you that are done. Oh, are you done? Awesome job. You can put it up and okay. You doing good, Carter? Do you need help? Where's your book? Hatchet? Can I see it? I can help you. I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes, those of you that are done. Yes, yeah, go ahead. You can do it quickly. Yes. You're done? So, you did an awesome job. Put away your thing and then I'm gonna give you a piece of paper. I want you to write your name on it, please. Write your name on this. You girls are done? Okay, let's look real fast. Okay, here we said, and they were sad, right? That's the trait, and then unique, awesome job, you can put that away. Right, so that was the character trait. Awesome job, you can put that away. Did everyone get a piece of paper? I want you to write your name on it, please.
I never got one.
Oh, here you go, please. Sorry about that. Okay. Can y'all see up here the projector? Okay, awesome. Oh, you didn't get one, Miles? Here's a piece of paper, write your name on it. Are you done with yours? Your activity? Okay. Awesome, so that's your character trait that you found? Okay, awesome. Put this up and then write your name on the piece of paper. Joshua, did you get a piece of paper? Okay. Gibson?
And those are working with play.
Okay, so that's your character trait, right? So for evidence, I want you to just find a quote that from what they said that connects to the trait that you found. And then from what they did, an action that they did that connects to the trait that you found. So find a quote, or you can paraphrase it like Albert did.
There is no quote of it, but there is.
Okay, yeah, put it down. Put it down.
No quote. Like, there's no quote.
You can just put whatever you think. Evidence is anything you find that connects to the trait. Yes. Oh, don't worry about no, you're supposed to be on this side. Because, like, we're going to be. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to be ending the lesson quickly. I'm going to be showing y'all what we're all going to be doing. So, is everyone's names on your piece of paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, make sure your name's on the piece of paper.
Do you need the date?
Yep, the date, whatever you can put. Today is May 3rd. So, today we discussed about finding character traits in your fiction book and how you can, based off the character trait that you found, you can connect it to evidence from what your main character said and what they did. So, on your piece of paper, what I want you to do is